trees are living organisms, and they can't survive out of the ground. They need to be in the ground. And so because of our tree planting initiatives throughout Ontario, we had tree stock remaining from one of the projects. So I had a need, and my need was to find a home for in excess of 120 trees made up of different varieties. Without much thought, it came to me one afternoon that I needed to reach out to Tony at Landscape Ontario. And his response was resounding and urgent and quick and swift, and he was very excited that we had these trees available and that we thought of Highway of Heroes. My dad, Hank, he grew up in Gelderland in Holland, the eastern side, and my mom grew up in Wormerveer. My dad's village was bombed heavily, quite heavily. My mom's not so much, but my dad's was. And he would share with us what it was like when they had to turn down the windows and shut down the lights when they heard the planes coming. Yeah. They experienced war, and they experienced the liberation from war from the Canadian soldiers. And specifically for them as children, they were given chocolate bars from the Canadian soldiers. And my mom and dad, I'll never forget that. That is for them the biggest memory. That's at least for me the memory that we have of them telling the story of the liberation. A moment in time that they will never forget, of course, and where they now themselves continue to pay tribute to Canada's fallen. In the landscape industry, it's not for the faint of heart. And so we all know that as owners, as staff, as managers, as leaders within our organizations. We, over the years, have been so self-focused, right, on what are our own problems, what are our own issues, right? What are the things that we need to keep fixing and solving in our organizations? And I've learned over the years that doesn't stop. It doesn't go away. We have to sometimes take our eyes off of the line on the road that we're so focused on and look up. And so this was an opportunity for the blinders to come off and to see the impact that we can make as an organization by giving back. And there's many ways to give back, but this is such a personal one and such a specific one as an industry company. We had these trees in holding at Conan Nursery's yard in Waterdown. And when I presented the idea to Conan that we could have these trees go to the Highway of Heroes, they were very quick to accept that idea and partner with us to then move the trees. So within almost 60 days, the trees found their home. And the team, Highway of Heroes, just worked so swiftly and so quickly. It was magnificent. When we knew that these trees were going to be received by the Highway of Heroes, I immediately knew that these trees were destined for their final resting place. And of course, we know what that means, the significance behind that. We could have recycled them, and that would have been fine, but it wouldn't have accomplished anything. Why did we do this? We did this because of the great sacrifice that was made on our behalf, that I could have freedom here in this country. And so this is a small way for us to show our gratitude, our appreciation, and like I said, make that stand. Put that stake in the ground that says, put that tree in the ground that says we want to pay tribute, and let this be a legacy that goes on.